What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I'm talking about Maniac Cop from Synapse Films. This is a story of a killer that's on the loose, murdering people in horrific ways. The police are baffled. The public is in a state of panic. What especially makes this killer even more dangerous and more chaotic than a standard murderer is that he's killing people while dressed as a police officer. So that means whenever somebody gets pulled over or the police come and knock on their door or they just see a cop walking down the street, it puts a sense of panic into them because, that could be the guy that's killing people. This leads to a woman just blowing a cop away during a routine traffic stop. So it's clear that something has to happen because it's just sending the city into complete and total chaos. And making the job of the police even harder while they're trying to solve the crime because they've got the public on edge, that it's one of them that's doing it. Tom Atkins heads up the investigation, and he's convinced that not only is the guy wearing a police officer's uniform, but he actually is a cop. And so he wants to look at the behavioral records, mental health records of police officers. And of course, the police force desperately doesn't want that to be true, so they're blocking it because they don't want the public to find out that there's a cop out there killing people. And so he's hitting all these obstacles while he's trying to solve the case, and that's pretty much what the rest of the movie deals with, is him trying to get to the bottom of the things and just running into kind of dead end after dead end. This movie has kind of a reputation of being a horror movie. It's not exactly the case. It's more of an action thriller that has some light horror elements to it, but don't let that sway you away from seeing the movie, because I think even if you are a big horror fan, first and foremost, you'll find a lot to like with Maniac Cop. It was directed by Bill Lustig. Written by Larry Cohn. It stars Richard Roundtree, Robert Z'Dar, Tom Atkins, Bruce Campbell. It's got a great cast, great people behind the camera, and all of that definitely shows up on screen. It's a super fun thriller. It's got a lot of craziness in it. It's got good, solid action for a thriller. It's not an over-the-top, explosive action type movie, but it does have really good action set pieces. Definitely a brisk pace. Very watchable. Definitely even has like rewatchable potential, I think. I always have a lot of fun when I'm watching it. It doesn't have a lot of nudity. It's just got Robert Z'Dar in the shower, which is, it is what it is. There's also not a lot of gore in it, but it does have some. Again, the best gore element also happens to happen while Robert Z'Dar is in the shower with like an epic prison shanking scene, which is always fun. But there is also some action as well as like the gore moment, so it's not, and again, it's not really a horror movie, so you wouldn't expect buckets and buckets of blood here. I really think it's a solid movie. Like I said, even if you're mainly interested in horror movies, there's a lot to like in this one, even though it's more of a thriller. I really like the narrative of there being like potentially a policeman killing people. It definitely adds like a really tense, kind of like relentless environment and tone in the movie. I think it's a lot of fun. I think the sequels are a lot of fun too, so if you like Maniac Cop, make sure to check out the sequels, and I'll have reviews up for those at some point. The Blu-ray is from Synapse Films. It's got a new 2K scan. It looks really good. Definitely an improvement over the DVD that I had. It's not super, super pristine, but it looks really, really good. I can't imagine it looking a whole lot better. And then it's also got interviews, trailers, TV spots, and probably the coolest thing is it's got scenes that were filmed for Japanese television, which are kind of interesting. They're not like, landmark stuff, but it's really cool just to have them, I think. So that's the disc is definitely worth it. It's decently priced. The 2K scan alone, I think, makes the disc worth picking up. That's my review of Maniac Cop. Definitely recommended, and the sequels are recommended too. I think they're a lot of fun, especially 2. 2 is probably my favorite one in the series. So that's Maniac Cop. If you like this review, please do check out my website, markfusion.com. I've got tons of other horror, exploitation, cult, genre film, video games, all kinds of stuff, reviews there. As I'm also on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram at Mark Fusion. You can check out my Patreon at Patreon Mark Fusion, and you can get exclusive content there and all kinds of stuff. If you do like this, these reviews that I put up, do think about dropping a sub for me, because with the way YouTube demonetizes stuff for no reason and drops view count for no reason, the sub count is definitely something I can look at and kind of count on. So definitely, if you like the channel, please do think about giving me a sub. I do really greatly appreciate you watching these videos. Consistently surprised. So thank you so much for checking them out. I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you soon.